Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your September love and spirituality reading. Well, for what's left of September. I just had some craziness happen with the Libra reading. I just got really overwhelmed by the energy. So if I'm a little bit, if my energy is kind of low, I'm feeling a little drained or looking a little drained, that's why. But I did want to get this reading up for you guys. So make sure that you subscribe down below if you have not already. And after this reading, make sure you check out the description box because I will be doing an extended reading on Vimeo. So let's get into it. Like I said, this would be for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for Aquarius. Okay. Alright, so let me pull three. Oh, right away, the Page of Wands came out. And also the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Pentacles. So I'll keep those to the side. Let's pull two more for the past position. King of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. So, in the past position, we have the Page of Wands up first. I'm reading this as your energy. So I feel like in the recent past, you took some type of risk or you were optimistic about a situation, but it was in like the very beginning stages of a situation. So this could talk about blind faith, kind of going into, like I said, a situation that you have no clue how it's going to turn out, but you're very optimistic about it. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. So then I have the King of Pentacles in the past position. So I feel like this energy could be the person that you were dealing with. You could have been dealing with an earth sign, or this could be your energy that you were taking on. For some of you, the Page of Wands is being clarified by the King of Pentacles, meaning that you were optimistic about some type of creative endeavor or about some type of maybe like a business or something to have to do with your career. So that's the message that came through for some of you. But for a lot of you, I feel like these are two different people, and you're taking on the energy, like I said, of the Page of Wands, being very optimistic, very passionate about someone, and that someone could be an earth sign or someone who has earth sign energy. It's like someone who, the King of Pentacles usually talks about husband material, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It's just like someone who you can see a stable long-term partnership with, and that's probably why you walked into the situation with such blind faith, is what I'm seeing. So then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is talking about, it's interesting because I usually read the Seven of Pentacles as this energy of you feel like you wasted your time or that you put in so much effort and you got nothing out of it. But I'm not really seeing that for you. I'm seeing that for some of you, it was that either you or the person you were dealing with didn't put the right amount of energy in so that things could come into fruition. If this was some type of relationship, like I said, where you walked in with blind faith, I feel like maybe it wasn't built on a solid foundation, or maybe it just wasn't, it's like someone wasn't willing to put in the work that it took to maintain this or to build this, is what I'm seeing. And if you can't put in the work to maintain this or build it, then you can't really expect for the outcome to be positive, is what I'm seeing. But with the King of Pentacles being here, I'm also getting that either you or the person that you were dealing with is someone who, like, when they have their eye on the prize, they're able to invest energy and like bring it into fruition, but for some reason they didn't put the time, energy, and effort in. So it's like knowing they have the ability to, but just not doing it. So that could be really hurtful and offensive if that's what some of your situations are, that there's someone who, like, you know, if they wanted to put the energy in, they would, but then they just chose not to. For some of you, this is your energy of you just choosing not to. So the energies could be reversed. So just take it as it resonates. So then I'm also getting the Five of Pentacles, and I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So, goodness. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse, half of 10 is 5, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles in the upright is long-term commitment, stability, long-term partnership, commitment. And in the reverse, obviously it's the opposite of that. Something not growing into its full potential, or something not lasting a long time like you would want it to. And like I said, half of 10 is 5, so we end up with the 5 of Pentacles. So when the work, energy, and effort isn't put in order to grow a situation to its highest capacity, or to grow it until it flourishes, then you end up in this energy of 5 of Pentacles, like somebody giving half, because like I said before, I said 3 times, half of 10 is 5. So when half is put in, it usually leaves the other person feeling left out in the cold and abandoned, or both people actually. So I am getting this really strong energy of someone just feeling like the other didn't put the energy and effort in, and then things just not coming into fruition. Let me see if any other messages come through for that. Okay, yeah, no, that's all I'm getting. I'm gonna clarify. I'm gonna clarify that King of Pentacles. Okay, so this King of Pentacles, whoever this person is, it could be you, could be the person you were dealing with, is being clarified by, can you see this? It's being clarified by the 7 of Wands. So I feel like whoever this person is, they did not guard, or they did not, okay, let me show you this in the upright. In the upright, you see someone who's very like protective, somebody who's territorial, like they're willing to guard the things that they hold near and dear. But with it being in the reverse, I feel like this King of Pentacles person did not do that. So like I said, this could be a person you were dealing with, or it could be your energy of not really holding on to a connection, or not really seeing the value of a connection, or taking it for granted, so not protecting it the way that it's supposed to be protected. With the 2 of Swords clarifying those cards, I feel like this is talking about someone who needs to always feel like they're in control mentally, or someone who feels like they always need to be mentally balanced. So it could be this energy of someone who, they feel like once they invest in a relationship, or they put their heart on the line, or they put their emotions on the line, it causes them to be mentally imbalanced. So it could be that they did not protect the relationship, or they did not fight for it, because it causes them to be imbalanced. And like I said, this could be your energies, so I'm not really getting which is which, so just take it as it resonates. But it definitely looks like a classic case of, I don't want to invest too much because then things might go wrong, but then having that mindset is what makes things go wrong. I'm going to clarify the Page of Wands as well, and again, this is in the past, so let me clarify this Page of Wands. The Hierophant. Wow. So some of you with this Page of Wands could have had marriage on the brain, and kind of walked into this blindly. But then the Hierophant also talks about someone who is kind of like trustworthy, reliable. So you could have walked in with blind faith in this connection because you felt like this person was trustworthy or reliable. This could also talk about the fact that you yourself could be someone who's very trustworthy and reliable. So you are kind of naive when it comes to your connections, because you just assume that everyone has the same heart as you, and everyone is as reliable as you. And I feel like that may have not been the case in this situation. So let me pull cards for the present. Temperance card comes out right away. Oh, goodness. The 6 of Wands. I'm not going to take that one, actually. It didn't feel right. Present position for Aquarius. The 8 of Swords. Gosh. That's like my least favorite card in the deck. Especially for an Aquarius. Oh my gosh. I'm going to explain, like, once I explain the cards. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So, and the 6 of Wands wanted to come up anyway at the bottom of the deck, but it's coming up in reverse. So, feeling like there was some type of victory that was not won. It's like when you went to war and then you come home from war and you're not celebrated. You know how, okay, this is a weird analogy, but this is what's coming to my head. You know how, like, during the times of Jim Crow, or during the times of segregation, when black people were just starting to be able to go to war or to join the military, and when they would come home, it's like they fought that big war, they went through this battle, and then they came home and there were like racist people like lined up to greet them, spitting at them. So I feel like that's kind of the energy. It was a really weird analogy, but that's the energy I'm getting of, like, getting from you, that like you went to war, you put in all this work and effort just to get like spat on and to not be acknowledged for your efforts. So the Temperance card is here in the present position, and the Temperance card in the upright talks about balance. And I'm sorry if this, I feel like I have to keep on saying this in these videos. I'm sorry if this reading sounds negative. The only reason I feel like sometimes my readings are negative is because I set the intention that I will attract people to my channel who are going through difficult situations that need guidance. So sometimes when I'm explaining the situation, I'll get some comments like, oh my god, your cards are always reversals, like it's always so negative. And that's because like I said, I set the intention that people who are having a hard time and who are experiencing blockages will find my videos, so that then I can give them guidance. If I were to set the intention that people who are doing well in life, or that everything was fine, were to find my videos, then, I mean, would there really be a point of doing the videos and offering guidance? But anyway, I feel like I had to explain that. So the Temperance card is here in the reverse. And in the upright, the Temperance card is about balance and being spiritually enlightened. Very similar to the Star card, which is the Aquarius card. And I feel like you're not feeling that way. Some of you could feel very disconnected from your higher self, like disconnected from your intuition. I'm getting the energy of being disconnected from God or the divine. Like when you are going through a strenuous cycle, you can feel like God is nowhere to be seen or found, and just kind of like losing your faith and your hope. But I feel like this is temporary and that this will pass. This is just like a normal feeling when you're just coming out of a situation where you feel hopeless. Some of you are experiencing shame with the Temperance card being in the reverse, and some of you are just really trying to find the positive of the situation, but having a hard time doing so. Let me pull one more. The Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is talking about a lack of cooperation. So someone not wanting to collaborate with you or not wanting to work with you is what's causing you to feel imbalanced. And when I say work with you, I mean like if you're trying to fix a situation or put energy and effort into a situation and that other person is not willing to meet you halfway, it can make you feel imbalanced. And this can have to do with work, it could do with friends, it could do with career, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it's like basically an energy of you knowing what you bring to the table and you knowing what you're willing to put in to preserve the situation, but the other person or the other people just not willing to do so, and it's throwing you completely off balance. And I feel like this is an important lesson to learn, especially for Aquarius, being a fixed sign. It's kind of like when we get fixated on someone, we get very fixated on them, especially because with Aquarius, sometimes it takes us a while or a little minute to actually warm up to someone and open up to them. Like Aquarians are always looked at as like the sign that's really detached, or like the sign that can't commit. Like that's the Aquarius stereotype. But when we do get committed or attached to someone or something, people in general, we tend to give our all and be fixated on it, and we are always looking for solutions to problems. So it's like we try to solve the problem on our own when it takes two people to solve the problem, you see? So you over giving or overextending to any situation is not going to make that situation or that person work with you. Like they have to meet you halfway right from the beginning. So the Eight of Swords came up, and I said that this is my least favorite card in the deck, especially for Aquarians, because as an Aquarius, myself being an Aquarius sun sign, we like to be in the know. Like we like to know what's going on, and the Eight of Swords, as you can see, is someone who's very lost and confused, and that can keep an Aquarius very stuck. Like when we're lost and confused, we'll go out of our way to try to figure it out what's the solution, or figure out what's being kept from us, and we'll go around and around in our heads until we gain some type of clarity. And sometimes we can't get clarity because some situations are just left unresolved, and so sometimes that can keep us very stuck. And because this is right underneath this King of Pentacles person, I feel like you are possibly analyzing a person, or you're analyzing yourself, one of the two, take it as it resonates. But it's like analyzing a person or a situation and just not being able to figure it out, and because of that feeling kind of stuck. So it's important when you are in this energy to understand and realize that not everything is meant to be figured out, and you don't have to keep yourself mentally enslaved just because someone else chose to not open up, or someone else chose to keep you in the dark, or things of that nature. And like I said, for some of you, this is you actually trying to figure yourself out and kind of analyze yourself and your own patterns, and it's kind of keeping you stuck as well. So be careful with that. If you are analyzing yourself, make sure you're coming from a place of compassion and you're not shaming yourself to the point where you can't evolve and grow. So the Page of Pentacles is in the reverse, and this talks about someone not having their eye on the prize, being distracted. This is coming under the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like it's a hold on, let me pull one more for that. The Strength card. So I'm getting a lot of mixed energy. So you might really be enmeshed with whoever this love situation was, or this career, family, whatever. You might be enmeshed really strongly with someone else's energy, because I'm getting two energies really, really strongly, and I feel like they're both not Aquarian energies. I feel like it's two separate people. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting two separate groups of Aquarians. I feel like I'm getting an Aquarius and also the person that's on the Aquarius's mind. Like, that's what I'm getting. So the Page of Pentacles and the Strength card, I don't know who this applies to. This could apply to you, or this could apply to the person you were dealing with. But whatever it is, whoever it is, it's an energy of someone who is not focused, or who does not have their eye on the prize, or what they think is a prize, because they don't have the strength to do so. So this could be, I'm really getting that this could be the person that you were focused on or dealing with. And if you're wondering why they were not able to see you in the light that you see them, it very well could be that they have not tamed their lower energy. Like, there's things about them still that they have not healed or grown from or learned. So it's not personal, is what I'm seeing. For those of you that it's not talking about that person, if this is talking about you, I also feel like you have given your power away in some way, shape, or form. This could also be about shame, like you analyzing yourself and analyzing your faults and for it, and therefore you can't really move forward into growing and becoming prosperous or becoming a better person, because you're so stuck on your shortcomings instead of being conscious of your positive traits. So let's pull 3 for the future. So I feel like the advice for that would definitely be to spend some more time focusing on your positive qualities, and not so much time trying to analyze what went wrong, or who did what, or if you're not good enough, or if you're not this, or if you're not that. Like, stop focusing on what you're not and focus on the positive things that you are. And I feel like that should shift this energy. And it's okay right now if you're feeling weak, or you're feeling ashamed, or you're just not feeling good about yourself, or you're feeling stuck. It's a phase that you're going through right now, and you're learning through the phase. So it's important, like I said, not to shame yourself for it. Alright, we're going to pull 3 for the future outcome. Oops. And then we'll do the future outcome in the extended. 3 for the future outcome for Aquarius. 5 of Wands, that's good, that's what I like to see. The 10 of Pentacles. The Moon card. Star card, you're at the bottom of your deck. So in the near future, you are going to be focusing on yourself, and you are going to be healing. So that's good news. Then we have the 5 of Wands here, coming out of a time period of conflict, whether that be external conflict or inner conflict. 10 of Wands, putting hard work, energy, and effort into something. I won't know what this something is until I clarify. I honestly feel like I'm getting the energy of you putting energy, work, and effort into trying to figure this situation out again. So like I said, we'll discuss that in the extended. And then we have the Moon card here. So this could represent the subconscious mind. It could also represent secrets, things that are in the dark, things that you are not seeing. So, and that doesn't necessarily mean someone who's keeping a secret from you. It could just be overall secrets that, or you needing to change your perspective on a situation because you're not looking at it the right way. Okay, so that is it, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching, and I will leave the link to the extended down below, and I will see you guys over on Vimeo. Bye.